The law of attraction works 100% of the time. It's flawless. However, it's not going to work for you if you're doing this one thing, because the law of attraction is really the law of vibration. Your vibe dictates what you attract. It dictates what you see. It dictates what you perceive. It dictates everything around you. And if you're not tapped into the frequency that's going to draw in the specific experiences that you want, you're going to be drawing in everything that you don't want. Emotion is the factor. Emotion is the determining factor that dictates everything around you. And if you're highly reactive, if you're reacting with anger, with frustration, with pain, with doubt, doesn't matter what it is, wherever it's on the spectrum, you're going to attract more of that. What I see a lot of people do where they mess up, and I've done this many times too, and I have to continuously check myself, where I see a lot of people messing up using the law of attraction is around their mismanagement of emotions. When we have an intention that we set, there's something that we want to bring into our experience. First of all, you set an intention. You declare what you want. You declare what you want to move into. You declare what you want to express. And you also have to get clear about the feeling of having it, the feeling of the experience of it. When you're tapped into the feeling of having that specific thing, whatever it is that you want, what you're doing is you're altering your frequency. You're altering your vibration. You're sending out this vibration that is going out into the universe, into the ether, and you're bringing into your experience similar circumstances, similar people, similar events that are on the same frequency, matching you. So when you have an experience in your life that, let's say, throws you off track or upsets you, it's fine. You could feel those emotions. You could feel those feelings. However, when you're staying in that state, that emotional state for a long period of time, what's going to happen is basically, let's put it this way. Your frequency, your vibration is the direct transmission to the universe that it's like putting in an order for something. You put in an order for something, you get the order. Your frequency is that order. When you stay in a certain state for a long period of time in a certain frequency, the universe is picking this up and saying, oh, he or she wants more of this. You want more of that. He wants more of that. She wants more of that. So when you are staying in a reactive state and you're not managing yourself, you're putting out orders to bring more of that back to you. Whenever you find yourself in a heightened state where it's a negative heightened state, what you want to do is ask yourself, is this serving me? Is this emotion, is this feeling serving me? Because I know if I keep this up, I'm going to keep getting back what this frequency is emitting. No, it's not serving you. So then how do I want to feel? Is this state conducive to what I want to create? Is it bringing more of what I want? Or is it going to bring more of what I want? No, it's not going to if you're in a heightened negative emotional state. So when I ask myself this question, is this conducive? Is this going to support what I want? No, it's not going to. So then what do I want instead? How do I want to feel instead? What kind of frequency do I want to emit instead? Ideally, you already have your intention set, right? Let's say it's a relationship. You want a particular relationship. You want a new home, new pair of shoes, new clothes, you want money. What is the state having those things now? What is that state? Is it bliss? Is it gratefulness? Is it gratitude? Is it feeling good, feeling confident about yourself? Is it feeling like home? Whatever it might be, you want to get clear on that state. That's what you want to move to. So whenever you're in a negative state, ask yourself, is this conducive? Is it supporting what I want? It's not. So then how do I want to feel instead? This is how I want to feel instead. Cool. All right, I'm going to adjust myself and pivot so I can start generating that frequency. Now, on a deeper level, there's something going on, like you get triggered by something, there's emotion coming up. You definitely want to work through that. You definitely want to find out what was the trigger. Was it what this person said? Was it what this experience represented? Was it something that happened that caused chaos in my life? What was it? You want to get clear on that too as well. The other thing that people get stuck on that I see frequently, when we put out an intention, we put out an order of what we want to bring into our life, what happens is we aren't always a vibrational match for that thing that we want. We don't already have those skill sets, or at least the full capacity of the skill sets, of the mindset. There's blockages there, there's limiting beliefs, there's doubt, there's fear, there's certain things that we're lacking, right? So when we want something bigger than ourselves, or we want something parallel, we have to be able to adjust ourselves to align ourselves to what we want. So what happens a lot of times is when we put out an intention and we start to align our frequency with that intention, we get clear on our desire, We identify what that's going to feel like having it now, and we start identifying certain steps that we can take to move towards what we want. What happens though is when we set the intention and we start adjusting our frequency, chaos erupts a lot of times. When chaos erupts, we're like, whoa, 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 this is not what I asked for. Like, I asked for that, why am I getting this? I wanted to enhance this relationship. Why is my relationship going down the drain? What's happening? Why is there distance? This is the exact opposite of what I wanted. A lot of times what happens is we have order in our life, right? Or at least we have perceived order. It's sort of a homeostasis. We want something different. We want something better. We want something to be adjusted. And in order for us to get to that next level, there has to be some sort of chaos. There has to be some sort of rearrangement so we can then create order again. Order, chaos, order. That's the pattern that happens when you activate the law of attraction on a conscious level. So a lot of times when we put out this intention, we get chaos back. We're like, why is this happening? I wanted to improve my relationship, not end my relationship. Well, what happens though is you're being exposed to the truth of what the matter is. The relationship doesn't serve you. Perhaps that's what's going on. And I can speak from personal experience. When I was in a relationship prior to the one I'm in now, I wanted a different experience. I wanted to have a person who was more loving. I wanted to go on more dates. And this person really wasn't down for that. They were more of a homebody. So what happened was that the truth started coming out. The truth of this person, the truth of this relationship started coming out. I started feeling unfulfilled on a deeper level. And I started having these thoughts of, man, this isn't really working out. The relationship ended. It helped me end something that wasn't a fit and help me realign to something that was more fit. This happened recently too to a friend of mine. He wanted a new job. He wanted to move from one place to another place. He wrote down his intentions. He ended up getting fired at his job. He's like, bro, what just happened here? How did this even happen? I wanted a new job, not lose my job. What happened was when he got fired, he now started looking for a different job. Out of desperation, he's like, bro, I need to make money. He wouldn't have left that job and looked for a new job if it was up to him. Because he was forced out of that job, he looked for a new job and found exactly what he wanted. He found a job in marketing and branding, and he wanted to get out of the old job that he was doing, and he wanted to become more of a freelancer, making more money. He got exactly that. I always like to give this analogy here so you have an understanding of this, because out of order comes chaos, and out of chaos comes order. So it's not about being careful what you ask for. It's more about being aware of who you are and who you have to become to align with what you are asking for. I like to use this analogy to explain how the law of attraction works, because a lot of times what we see as chaos is not really chaos, it's just realignment. So this analogy goes like this. So this woman finds a pool company to install a pool in her backyard. She has a beautiful backyard, a bed full of flowers, a backyard full of St. Augustine grass. She has a few trees back there. It's gorgeous back there. So she comes home from work one day and she sees a huge pile of dirt as she's walking to the backyard. There's a huge tractor in her backyard plowing into the ground, pulling up dirt, pulling up the bed of flowers, pulling up this beautiful scenic backyard that she had back there. She's like, what are you doing? What are you guys doing? You guys are tearing up my backyard. Why are you destroying my backyard? And the head contractor says to her, ma'am, we're here to do this job. You ordered a pool. We're here to do the work to start laying the grounds for the pool. We have to dig everything out. This is what you asked for. So this analogy is parallel to a lot of things that happen in our life. When we ask for something new, we ask for something better. In order for new seeds to be planted, the weeds have to be pulled out. Whatever's there that's occupying the space needs to be removed, needs to be extracted. And a lot of times we don't see that. We don't see that transition as something like harmony, but instead we see it as chaos. So what this does is it activates a heightened state of emotion, especially negative emotion. We react to what we're seeing, not realizing that we created this. We asked for this. So my advice to you is to observe what is. Ask yourself, is this part of the process? Is this getting me closer to what I want? It's going to be yes, for sure. We just can't see the bigger picture. All we see is what we see in front of us. We can't see what's being orchestrated all around us. All we see is what's right in front of us. So my reminder to you is, when you set an intention, expect chaos. What you can do is build up the muscle around pivoting. Work on managing your emotions so you can check yourself and realign yourself to the feelings and emotions that are in alignment with your desire. What you don't want to do is react, because when you react, you give away your power, and when you give away your power, it's going to come right back to you to match whatever that feeling is. So if you're angry, if you're annoyed, if you're frustrated, and you stay in that period for a lengthy time, that's not going to get you to where you want to go. In fact, it's going to attract the exact opposite. So keep this in mind. Get clear on what you want, get clear on the feelings and the emotions that align with what you want, and when there's chaos, keep your calm, stay cool, and work on being in alignment. Conscious creators, we are the future. There is no ceiling.